Good morning, class 9. Let's start today's session with a question. Which tissue helps us to move? Yes, it is the muscular tissue. So, muscular tissue is responsible to bring about movement and locomotion in our body. Children, you should first understand the difference between movement and locomotion. When we move any particular part of our body, it is called movement. But when we move from one place to another, or when the whole body moves, it is called locomotion. Now, this is one point of difference between plants and animals, because plants, they show only movement, whereas animals, they show movement and locomotion as well. Now, how do we move our body parts and how do we locomote? Do the parts within our body also move? Yes. Many organs in our body move in some or the other way. For example, the contraction of stomach and intestine, moving in of our chest cavity while inhaling and exhaling, then beating of the heart, and are all examples of movement within our body. So how is this movement brought about with the muscular tissue? Actually, muscular tissue is made up of muscle cells. They have a special protein which is called the contractile protein, for example actin and myosin, which contract and relax, enabling the muscles to move. Now, are all the muscles in our body alike? If I ask you where do we see the muscles in our body, you will probably come up with the answers like biceps, abs, calf muscles. But these are only one type of muscles. We find muscles in our internal organs also. Are these muscles and the muscles of internal organs are same? No. According to the structure and function and nature of the muscles, the muscles cells are of three types. The muscles are of three types. The striated muscles, then smooth muscles, and number 3 are the cardiac muscles. Now you see the striated muscles are present in the, as you see in this figure, they are present in the arms. Smooth muscles you see in the stomach, and the cardiac muscles are seen in the heart. Now let us take a look at each of these tissues. The first one, that is the striated muscles, when seen under a microscope, they show alternate light and dark bands or striations. And they are attached to the bones, therefore they are also called skeletal muscle. They help in the movement and locomotion, that means they work according to our will. That is why they are also called voluntary muscles. These muscles work fast but get fatigued or tired. That is the reason when you go to the gym, when you do exercise, or when you run a race, you feel tired after some time. So if we talk about the structure of these striated muscles, they are cylindrical in shape and unbranched. They are multinucleated, that is, they have many nuclei. Otherwise, the cells, they generally have just one nucleus. But these muscles, they have many nuclei. Then second type are the smooth muscles. They are also called unstriated and involuntary muscles, because these muscles do not show any kind of striations or stripes. The cells are spindle shaped with pointed ends. They are uninucleated. And why are they called involuntary muscles? Because they are not under our control. So where would you find these muscles then? They are found in the walls of stomach, bronchi, uterus, iris of the eye, etc. And these muscles do not get tired. Now the third types, cardiac muscles. As the name indicates, these are found in the heart. They are special kind of muscles which contract and relax rhythmically throughout our life without getting tired. Although they are involuntary in nature, they have very faint striations on them. They are cylindrical in shape but branched, and they are uninucleate. Now this figure here shows you the detailed structure of all these three kinds of muscles. Now after studying these characteristics of each kind of muscles, now we can do a comparison between these three. Now this table shows the parameter and the comparison between these three types of muscles. First one is whether they are under our control, will or control. So voluntary, they are under our control. Involuntary and cardiac are not under our control. Then second is about their structure. If they have light and dark bands on them, yes, voluntary have. Smooth muscles do not have. Cardiac have, but very faint. Then about their shape, the voluntary muscles are long and cylindrical, involuntary are elongated, spindle shaped, and cardiac are short, cylindrical. Then branching, not branched, but cardiac muscles are branched. Nucleus, voluntary are multinucleate, involuntary are uninucleate, and cardiac are also uninucleate. So that is all about the different types of muscles. Now in our next session we'll take up the nervous tissue.